But where's my friend? I don't want to leave him out completely. There he is. I just,
guitar player and producer of the new album.
Yeah, Kevin, tell us a little bit about the new record and the production and all that.
Okay. Well, so it's the third album that John and I have done. And I'm just, getting to know him as an artist and stuff. It's been really cool. So this one, there's a video remix. So the version of Party Never Ends that you're hearing, I just went down to LA for the Metal Awards, and Ronan Chris Murphy from he did King Crimson and Gwar. He did that last Gwar album. He mixed it, and it was mastered by Mayor Applebaum, who did stuff like Faith No More. I'd love to do a Kiss tie-in here, but I'm not sure if any of those guys ever worked with Kiss.
That's okay.
I do have a couple of Kiss stories if you want.
Yeah, lay it on us, brother.
Not to get off the album thing, but when I was up in Canada, I was touring with a band called Idolize, and there's a band up here called Sheriff that you might have heard of.
Yeah.
They had
I remember them.
I'm with you.
Yeah, so that was way after the fact.
Yes.
That song was a single years before. When they were touring behind that song, their guitar player was offered the Kiss gig. And this was the point where, for us as fans, I'd never even comprehended anyone playing with Kiss but the original four. They had the makeup. I'd never heard of anyone doing a thing. So I kind of didn't believe it. I took it with a grain of salt. But I crossed his path in a bar, and I thought, screw it, I'm just going to go up and ask him.
Right.
And I wish I knew his name. He went on to play with Alibi, too, with Roger Fisher and everybody.
Yeah. That band split in half, didn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. So I said, did you play with, did you get an offer Kiss? And he said, yeah, as a matter of fact, I did. And he told me the story. And it was, fairly reasonable pay, basically total sidemen thing. And he's going, I got a #1 hit. The first time When I'm With You came out, it was #1 in most of Canada, except for BC, actually. And so he had to go, do I join Kiss or do I follow this through and see what happens?
Right.
So it was interesting. I mean, that's kind of one story. The other story was Kenny Kerner. I guess you guys are quite familiar with him. I spent a little bit of time with him. I guess he's kind of a gruff guy and everything. He killed me because he was at a music seminar thing. 2 days in, he comes up and the first words out of his mouth were, everything you heard for the past 2 days is bullshit. He said, if the record companies had a clue what they were doing, they wouldn't be in the mess they're in right now, and just basically decimated the whole damn thing. And I got to sit with him, and he reluctantly listened to a song that I'd written at that point. And just the gruffest guy and the no bullshit guy, but I enjoyed him, and I can see how he had the grit that to do what he did. So it was great to spend a little bit of time with him. But this new song, Party Never Ends, funny enough, there's been a few comments saying that they could hear Kiss doing the song. There's been a few people made that comment.
I didn't listen to it that way, and I'll go back and listen to it again, but I could imagine it being done by Kiss, because again, it's a song that is more in tune to what Kiss is about than that early metal sound that Thor had.
Yeah, I mean, it's a bit of a departure. I'm feeling a bit of apprehension in that I brought this song in, and I'm going.
Have you gotten any feedback on the song from the hardcore diehard Thor fans? Are they going yes, or are they going, what the hell did you just do?
They're mostly going yes. There's the guys that are very metal. It's metal or it's shit kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly. It's either Slayer or nothing.
Yeah, but then there's, like John was just saying, Thor. He was saying there's some pretty heavy bands out there that have been sending notes and going they really like it because part of it's the story. The lyrics to that song are what it's like. I'm getting on, we're all getting on, and we realize that all those reasons we did it in the first place, the girls and the money and the boats and the now it's really the only guys still doing this really love it, and we're just addicted to giving and receiving from the fans, right? Just writing a song that they love, playing a show, and just feeling that support. So, the lonely in the hotel room, it's true. Like, it's kind of the loneliest job in the world. Sometimes we've all got lost relationships, poverty for a lot of our lives. There's not much in it. And that song's kind of like, but there's this much in it. It's enough, and I love it, and I'm going to do it to the end. So I'm really happy hearing John sing those words. You know,
what's the rest of the album sound like? Does it follow in the same style? Are there some metal, some heavy really, metal?
Well, you know, like the producing of the last 3 albums for me and John is an interesting thing because we put the word out to the whole Thor people, and people contribute songs that are affiliated with John. So we're actually overseeing songs. Sometimes I'll remix someone's song. Sometimes they'll, you know, we put a record together with all these people that are his friends and longtime cohorts. So there'll be a variety of styles. So when you hear the album come out, if you want hardcore metal, there's a lot of really great, aggressive, heavy songs on there. I love that stuff too, but for some reason I always tend to write the more pop hit kind of, the chorusy kind of thing. So there's a variety from about 4 or 5 different sources as writers and performers on every album.
Awesome.
Last 3.
How many songs off the album are going to be played on tour?
I think that depends on reaction. Like even Party Never Ends, we just released it 5-6 days ago.
Right.
So I guess it will get on the song list if it needs to be on the song list because people want to hear it. So the real question right now is what's going to happen? Are people going to dig this? You know?
Right.
So we'll see. But John's got like such a wealth of stuff. When you distill 31 albums into a 1-hour set, that's
insane.
Yeah, I mean, I go out sometimes and do the shows, you know, and it's the highest point in my career. Like it's been really fun and really exciting, exhilarating to play like the cream of the crop of these 31 albums. They're great tunes. They're great rock and roll, raw. You know, and I can hear, like you're saying, there's the punk angle, there's the metal angle, there's the classic rock. You know, it's quite a variety. I'm glad that the fans are that open-minded, that they're listening, because we have been pushing the boundaries in the last 3 albums. Some of the stuff me and John have done, I've had one comparison, someone said Bowie, sounds like Bowie. Another song we did, the one now, they're saying New York Dolls meets Rocky Horror Picture Show. You know, I'm liking that.
Wow, yeah, that's a cool description.
Yeah. So, but I love that John's a really musical guy. I was looking at an opera thing the other day. I'd gotten an opera Blu-ray, and he knew the title and all the history. Like he was completely familiar. Like he's a really generous person for anybody doing music. If I pass on anything I'm producing, from Frank Sinatra type stuff to anything, he digs it. And you know, he's real open-minded and knowledgeable musically. So we're actually exploring some things. If you listen to the albums, you'll hear a few cuts that we've done together that I'm pretty proud of, you know.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, and it's good to be able to do something a little different, and rather than just stick in the exact same vein, you should be able to stretch your wings a little bit and you know, produce something a little bit different just to see what happens. It's not the whole record. It's not like you're making The Elder.